we're making the sound using Portamento because we were inspired by a sample that Quentin sent. Can't remember the name of the band.
Il est vilain, and it's called
Yes,
Surf Rider. It's such a cool song. It's
inspired by
so
that.
cool.
It's actually quite a common sound in many EDM and electronic artists, so it's a good one to
Okay.
know and
Yeah.
master.
Well, thank you for
Um,
showing.
so the portamento is exactly as you've just described on a stringed instrument, is when you're shifting positions. In this case, it's just notes on this piano roll. You're going to create a slide between the notes. So where I made this riff, as you can see, and this is where the notes are changing and they're touching each other. They need to be really touching in this point, otherwise it won't actually slide.
Hmm.
So this is Alchemy, so it's Logic's best synth.
Okay.
We go to the, let's imagine there's nothing there. So we go to instrument, click on it, down to synthesizer, it's the top one, stereo, and then we're going to click on that. I found a decent enough preset. So we go to browse, then we're going to go to leads, then we're going to go to analog, then we're going to go to techno. Sorry, we're going to go to, is it techno? No, sorry, electro, box lead. That kind of already gets us into the ballpark. We're going to go back to the advanced tab where you can tweak the elements of the synth. The browse tab is for browsing presets. As you can see, you can go on for days
Hmm.
with that.
Crazy.
But so let's just listen to the sound quickly. Sort of like it, not perfect, but
You
we're
get,
in that.
I hear the same idea.
Hmm. Ah, okay, they call it glide here. So it depends what the synth is called. But the name of the effect is called portamento, same as exactly what you described about strings. You couldn't have described it better. Uh, so we can have rate as in the percentage, or we can have time in milliseconds.
Okay, so you
Um,
can make the slide slower
yeah,
from
exactly.
one note to the other. Okay.
Correct. And it's only going to slide where the notes touch each other. So these notes are not going to slide. But that can be cool. And I think that's how they're doing it in their riff. They're going dit, 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 yeah, dit, 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 yeah, dit, dit,
Exactly.
at those
And then there's
points.
some sort of pulse or something that they're
Oh yeah,
adding to it in some way.
I'll show you how to do that. That's called side chaining.
Okay.
Um, there's actually a good free plugin that we can get for you that can do it pretty nicely. But
Awesome.
let's just hear this. I'm going to crank it to
Yes.
the max because I like to hear it to the max. Okay, it's probably a bit much. I feel like it's dragging the groove backwards. So let's back it
Hmm.
off and hear what it sounds like. Maybe a little less and it'll sound groovy.
Yeah. That's cool.
You're already in the ballpark, right?
It's still,
So
yeah, and it's got that nice groove.
exactly. And the good thing about the synth is you can tweak all these parameters. So you can use the sound and have tiny variations in the same song or different songs. Or you can change these sources are basically the waveforms that are used to make the sound. You can just change one of the waveforms to something else by pressing,
Hmm.
these buttons here, saw, sine, square. Just even that change is going to sound different. Let's hear
Hmm.
that.
Very cool.
I'll leave it on square because it's very aggressive and obvious.
Hmm.
Um, I think in their song they had a more subtle one. It wasn't aggressive and obvious, but just for this purposes. Another thing I thought
Yeah.
that was on it was a phaser. So I typed, went here, typed phaser, clicked on
Okay.
it, and I just used kind of the preset exactly as it is, didn't tweak anything. And I backed off the mix to 16%. So it's adding the subtle movement that makes it sound even more like the riff you showed me.
I love it.
You could actually use this on anything. So let me turn it to the max so you can hear what it's doing. So that's only the effect. Now we're just gonna blend it in. 16% I thought was nice. You can obviously tweak that. On second thoughts, 30 sounded more like the example you sent.
Hmm.
Because this phaser is just adding more modulation to the sound. And LFO means low frequency oscillator. So everything's being oscillated exactly at 0.28 hertz.
Mm.
And or you could, put it in a division of a beat. You
Mm.
could do it in semiquavers. Too
Okay.
fast. Too
That's
fast
two.
though.
Ooh.
Quarters might be good. Still too fast. Okay, maybe a bar then.
Yeah. I like that.
Or you could be crazy and try a dotted minim. Doesn't really work actually. Wow, weird.
Yeah.
Um, or you just go with what they had 54 hertz worked.
Yeah.
This will actually translate into some type of note. It will be some kind of length of time. It just won't be perfectly a quaver at
Yeah.
130 beats per minute.
Yeah.
It'll be like a bit of a quaver or a quaver and a bit more kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. Rate, I think, let's just see what that does. Speed it up. Speeds up the modulation. I think where it was good. Let's just undo
Yeah.
it. Generally, with these things, you want subtle, slow movement. Fast movement draws too much attention.
It's too aggressive. And then
Yeah,
when
it's
you
like
got another 20 sounds over it, it's just punching
fighting.
through. Yeah.
Correct. Whereas
Okay.
this is going to sit in the mix nicely and swirl around in the background.
Okay.
Okay, so that's kind of my example, and I made something similar to their example that was more chromatic. So let's just see that.
I love it.
It's probably actually a bit too fast. Theirs was more like,
Yeah, I'm at 125 BPM.
okay, there you go. Theirs is at that. Let's do it that
Yeah,
then.
very cool.
I can even give you that rhythm if you want. It's just, um,
Please
to
do.
highlight the phrase. You can hear where they did it was actually even better than mine because what you said, it really highlighted the grooviness. We were both grooving to it, being like, woof,
Yeah,
let's get up and grow. So
for
think about
real.
that.